And welcome in. Hope you've had a great day. Welcome to the pre-game Arsenal taking on Manchester City. The implications of this game are absolutely massive. Is it going to be a 6-point lead for the Arsenal? Is it going to be tied up? Who's going to be top after this game? All of that will be answered in this. And we're going to talk about the win probabilities as well. The starting lineups coming up next. We'll talk about the form over the last 10. You'd be surprised when you hear the form over the last 10. You've heard some things in the newspapers about the last 6. Forget about that. You want the last 10. The last 10 tells you a lot. Then we're going to show you the table now. The table if Arsenal win and the table if Manchester City win. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts on the game. Let's get into this and welcome into Ultimate Soccer. If it's your first time in, welcome in. And if you're coming back for more like you normally will do, please like the video. We need you to like the video, guys, to help the channel grow. Let's get into this. Okay, guys, starting lineup. When you look here, that's what I'm seeing pretty much for the Arsenal. And there's your pretty boy Trossard, Leandro Trossard. He's already got a goal for the Arsenal, so he's really got the monkey off his back. No problems now. He can relax and keep going and getting goals. Will he get a goal against Man City? Interesting. You know what? He's a real sharp shooter, yeah? I like him. I really do like him. He doesn't get all the acclaim that the massive strikers do, or the massive players of the game, shall we say. But he comes up with a decent effort all the time, and he gives you 100+%. That's what I love about Trossard, and that's why he got the berth at Arsenal coming through from Brighton. Great player, Leandro Trossard. So I expect to see him on the day, and that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at for the Arsenal's lineup. Now, as for Manchester City, looking kind of different there for Man City. I think that's what we're looking at. You're saying, Stevie, there's one big omission. What are you thinking? Alvarez ahead of Haaland. Point being is Erling got a kick in the last game, and he's looking like he's probably not going to make the dance. They're running tests on him until the game, and he's going to travel with the team, but it's unlikely that he's going to play. I say this much. I think that's advantage Manchester City. I think that if you go in there with Erling Haaland, maybe you're giving your cards away. Maybe you're showing your hand. Maybe they're going to double team wherever Erling goes and then put a guy in behind to watch the space. I mean, pretty simple to say it, but I think Man City may have the edge without Erling in this game. Normally, you'd want to take Erling Haaland with you, Mr. Goals galore, yeah? But this time around, I got to say, I think this might work for Manchester City. Now, let's take a look at the win probabilities right now. So there you go. 33% say Arsenal's going to win it. 40% is saying it's a Manchester City win. Now, the form over the last 10 games, you want to get onto this. We've put a nice little music track in behind this. No talk, just visuals. Lovely graphics on the last 10. And it is self-explanatory. You will so enjoy it. And we put a lot of work into this for you. Here's the last 10. This is the form. We'll talk after it. So there you go. Manchester City, 9 wins in the last 10. Arsenal last won in the FA Cup game in 2020, as you saw. And didn't you like the way we delivered that to you? Yeah? Nice and smooth, nice music. Just breathing is the music, yeah? But that's the track. But like I say, 9-1. Form over time is definitely Manchester City's, yeah? And it seems that Pep Guardiola's recently gone out and said that that's the best Arsenal team he's played against recently when Man City won 1-0. Maybe Pep learnt something there. Maybe Arteta did too. You never know. But, got to say, that's your last 10. 9 wins, so 1 win for the Arsenal. Pretty impressive, eh? Right. Now, let's take a look at 3 of the tables that I want to really throw your way. The first table is how the table looks now. Then you'll see the change of the table as if Arsenal get a win, And then you'll see a change in the table if Manchester City get a win. This is what the table looks like now, but it's going to change, and we'll finish with what it looks like if Manchester City win. Take a look. Interesting, hey? Pretty scary. When you think that Arsenal had such a lead not so long ago, and Manchester City, with not the greatest of form, have slowly crawled back into contention. Obviously, Manchester United are worrying City on their back door too. So Man United have been a bit of a catalyst pushing Man City on, if they needed pushing on. And it's working to everybody's favour. If you're a neutral and you've got three big teams chasing for a title, which it looks like right now, isn't that what you want as a neutral fan? And as a fan of one of the big teams, you don't just want to coast away and win it, do you? You want some competition. So right now, it's getting really, really close. Now, as for the game, I think it's who shows up wins the game. I think right now, you could say it's very close to 50-50. Arsenal should have the edge here because they're the home team, right? But Man City coming in without Erling Haaland, remember? Unless he makes it. But it's doubtful. It's very doubtful. But without our Erling Haaland, I think City has a better team performance. And on the back of the 3-0 shellacking over Aston Villa, well, that was 3-0 at half-time in the last game, I think Man City's coming in a little sharper. They've got some form going, a little bit angry with the Premier League and all the conspiracy theories and the, cooking the books or, fraud with this, that, and the other. So I think within the club of Manchester City, they're rearing up their backs to the world, and it's like they're going to show you now kind of thing. So I think maybe this is going to work all around for Man City. One of the things I did think about, though, is Man City, if they do get found guilty for some kind of infractions with cooking the books and get a points deduction, I think what you're seeing with Man City is this. Pep Guardiola may have said, listen, if we do get a points deduction, every point counts right now to keep us in a top four position, because if we get demoted points down, we need every point we can to get back in that top four. So it's not about the title or just about the title for Man City. It's about getting every point possible just in case the Premier League do give them quasi a 15-points deduction. It's if it happens. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could. So I'm thinking Man City, Pep Guardiola, and the whole team are looking to grab everything they can just in case. On the day, though, I think there is slight edge to Man City. But if Arsenal win this, it's a 6-point lead. If Man City win it, you saw the table, they go on top. And not so long ago, it was Arsenal's got this in the bag. And I did say it would be amazing if Arsenal could replicate that first 18 games of the season into the last half of the season. The signs are showing that they cannot, and the signs are showing that there's different form coming. And with a loss at Everton last week, which shouldn't be happening to a title-winning team, a draw was on the cards, right? But a loss there, and in the last game, a draw, you've got to say the signs are that Arsenal are starting to crack. Are they cracking under the pressure that Manchester City and Pep Guardiola live and die for? It remains to be seen. But tomorrow is going to be another big day, and the day after that will be another big day, and every day that comes at us will be getting closer to the end of the season. But this game now, Arsenal taking on Man City, this is going to go a long way to deciding what or who or where the title goes to. And I did say, and it's still at ultimatesoccer.com online, that the two games that are going to decide this title are definitely the games between Arsenal and Manchester City. This is the first one. And towards the end of the season, the next one is at the City of Manchester Stadium. That's Man City's home ground. And that could be a massive advantage towards the end of the season. I'm predicting on the day, possibly 1-0 to Man City, possibly 2-1. I wouldn't be shocked if Arsenal won, but on the face of the form coming into this big one, I'm giving Man City the edge. And quietly, they've been going around business, and they are the business. So let's get into this tomorrow with the post-game, see who wins, see what it was, see what really happened. But I'm calling it for Man City at this stage. Don't hate me, Arsenal fans. It's just what I'm seeing. Let's get into this. Let's have it. Cheers.